This is USARK Florida News. I'm Daniel Parker. Our top story, Florida Anacondas, fake news. A rumor of green anacondas in the wilds of Florida has recently exploded in the news media. FWC confirms only a small handful of historical records, with only 2 old records in areas of South Florida, where some believe the snakes could survive. For one of those, a necropsy showed that the snake contained white rats, indicating that it was a recent captive. The alleged captor of that snake was suspected of fabricating his story. While FWC biologists deny the existence of an anaconda population, the media is running with this exaggerated story. The hysteria apparently started with a social media post by Florida python contractor Donna Khalil, who shared a photo of herself holding a green anaconda. Reporters wrongly assumed the photo to be taken in Florida. It was actually taken in Peru. Sensationalist media coverage stokes fear, leading to harmful regulations and killing of snakes. A hearing was held before Judge John C. Cooper on the parties' reciprocal motions for summary judgment in USARK Florida's lawsuit against FWC. Following a discussion about procedural issues involving record evidence, the court continued the matter until September 7th to allow FWC the opportunity to provide citations in support of its legal argument. FWC's enforcement of prohibited species rules has led to the confiscation and euthanasia of animals, as well as the destruction of small businesses. Conditional species regulations, which were created with the input of reptile keepers in 2010, were successful at preventing escapes and releases. In 2021, FWC rejected the input of reptile keepers and moved green iguanas, tegus, Nile monitors, green anacondas, and the larger pythons to the prohibited species list, which prompted this lawsuit. Judge Cooper has allowed USARK Florida to argue that FWC lacks the constitutional authority to regulate captive animals. Federal Lacey Act amendment bills are gaining steam. House sponsor Representative Anna Paulina Luna, Republican of Florida, indicates that FWC is supporting her bill, which now has 5 Republican co-sponsors: Byron Donalds, Gus Bilirakis, and Neil Dunn, all of Florida, as well as Troy Nehls of Texas and Jerry Carl of Alabama. The Senate bill is sponsored by Senator Marco Rubio, Republican of Florida. These bills propose a whitelist for imports, restrict interstate transport, and grant U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service emergency authority to designate injurious species. Former FWC biologist Kristen Penny Summers serves as the injurious species listing coordinator for U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. USARK and USARK Florida have urged immediate action by constituents, which includes all Florida residents. Go to usark.org for contact links and a sample letter. Also sign the petition at don'tblacklistpets.com. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has slashed over $510 million from a record-high state spending budget of $116.5 billion, significantly impacting a program dedicated to the preservation of rural lands. Of particular concern is the substantial reduction of $100 million from the Conservation and Rural Land Protection Easements Program, a program championed by Agriculture Commissioner Wilton Simpson.
When you think about the rural and family lands, it's such a great program. You think about farmers, and a lot of times these are generational farmers, not always, but a lot of times.
In place since 2001, this program enables the purchase of conservation easements to safeguard agricultural land from development, while allowing landowners to continue farming operations. It protects Florida's food security and plays a crucial role in maintaining biodiversity, preventing urban sprawl, and protecting valuable ecosystems. Commissioner Simpson stated that agriculture was harmed due to these cuts. The future of the program is uncertain at this time. A U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service report shows that in 2022, a concerning number of state endangered ornate box turtles were reported dead at the Lost Mound Unit at the Upper Mississippi River National Wildlife Refuge in Illinois. 19 turtles were confirmed deceased. Subsequent surveys have failed to locate any of the estimated 41 turtles on the site. A suspected culprit of this die-off is aerial spraying of chemicals, including herbicides, on nearby agricultural fields. Prevailing winds may have carried these chemicals onto the wildlife refuge. While some turtles initially appeared to be in good health, the entire study group perished. Drawing definitive conclusions remains a challenge. However, many experts suspect a connection between the turtle deaths and nearby chemical applications. FWC staff have been briefed on the situation. Although this incident was not in Florida, it furthers concerns about the impacts of FWC's extensive herbicide spraying program on wildlife. The National Reptile Breeders Expo, billed as the largest reptile event in the world, will happen this week in Daytona Beach. A controversial guest will be Eric Good, producer of the Tiger King series. He will speak on turtle conservation on Friday night and is expected to film at the Expo for an upcoming show on the reptile industry. New FWC Executive Director Roger Young has also accepted the invitation by promoter Wayne Hill to attend the Expo. An auction to benefit USARK and USARK Florida is scheduled for Saturday night at the Daytona Beach Hilton. We have been notified that the guitar signed by Brian Barczyk, Kevin McCurley, and a list of other notables is being donated back for this auction. Volunteers will be collecting auction items during the Expo. We appreciate everyone's support and look forward to seeing you in Daytona. The recent auction at bsrauctions.com to benefit USARK Florida raised $16,554. We thank all of you who donated items and also bid on items so much for your participation. We can only do this with your support. If you'd like to join USARK Florida, go to usarkfl.org. Click the join link there. Also remember to follow us on all the different social media things, including right here on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel and also like this video. It helps us a lot. Leave a comment down below on these news stories. We're interested in getting your feedback. Thank you so much.